sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jones looking to throw right away. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And this will be a... as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and it calls first down. They run once more with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Colts at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hit.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne, down inside the 40. Well, these two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Etienne up the middle. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Etienne. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. One more time with Etienne. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing, Jones. Able to find his man, Woods. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Making that play behind the line was Dwayne Smoot. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Jones. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and the Jags will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago. Add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Rodney Thomas gets to him for the stop. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Rolling to his right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Jones on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10. Jones. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Off play action. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. He'll get this out to the flat. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's now 3 straight plays of over 15 yards and 3 straight first downs. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
They'll try to run with Etienne. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Etienne. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Lawrence. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Finding room at midfield. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st down, Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaunt, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Second half starts with a run by ETN. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does it take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So
he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Mo Alley-Cox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back in his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Straight ahead, ETN. And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. The 30. 10, 5, and he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. 143 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So after about as long a play as humanly possible without scoring, here's first and goal.
Hasty. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Now Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dan Arnold, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw again on second down. Jones escaping the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. Shoves him aside. A big play there for Indy. 55 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm.
Look at end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they watch this lead shrink a little. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. For Mac Jones, accuracy was more his calling card when folks were taking stock of the 2021 draft. But he's got a big arm as well, and he shows it off there. 1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They'll run the jet sweep here with Pierce.
And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Over the middle, into the hands of Woods. touchdown, Colts. Jelani Woods with now his second touchdown of this third quarter.
And the Colts have got it back to within a score.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll take this across the 25. Out of bounds. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Yeah, this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ready?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A handoff for Etienne. Takes it to about the 37.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the... 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's a give to Etienne. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Tyquan Lewis, he read that the whole way and made the tackle. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Colts are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here. And they are.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off the play fake. Jones.
Pass complete. He's got Woods streaking across the field.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
Back to throw again. Touchdown! Jelani Woods, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. In motion left goes Jones. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, then you stop that clock.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Again, it's Taylor.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And the Jags grab it.
Oh, fighting off the defender.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea where the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jags, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return.